Hi, it's Eugenesmilez. And we are on the last part of my 12 ways that I found happiness and peace, my road to enlightenment. So let's just review the whole thing. Chapter 1 is the inside itself. It's what is your happiness? What does your happiness look like? Not what does your happiness should look like according to your parents or your friends or your family or social media. What does your happiness look like to you? Number 2, be selfish. Stop being so nice. Be selfish. Be selfish. Be selfish. Put yourself first. Stop being nice to appease others and creating your own suffering for yourself. Number 3, set goals. Set long term, set short term. Set realistic goals. Jesus, set realistic goals. Goals that make sense. Goals that are reachable. And when I say set goals, you don't have to put a time limit on. Of course, it's good to have a time limit, but realize that things can change. Time limits shouldn't be a priority. So if you don't reach that goal in that time limit, it's okay. It's okay. Number 4, stop chasing the bag. Money should not be your first priority. So many people are like, oh, I'm going to take this job because of the money. And it's like, okay, that shouldn't be your first priority. Like, are you going to like this job? Are you going to like these people? Do you get a good feeling from these people? Are you going to like this location? Like, you have to be able to like it. And of course, sometimes you got to do things you don't like for a little bit of time to get where you want to be. But is that what's going on? Or are you just going here thinking I'm going to work here forever and it's going to get paid? I'm going to get paid all this money. And then you got to come home and drink all your sorrows and pain and all of that. Money should not be your first priority. Number 5, find a hobby that you can benefit from. Use your talents. Find something outside of work. Unless work is your hobby, you've turned your hobby into your job, great. But find something outside that you used to do. Did you dance as a kid? Did you rap as a kid? Did you play sports? What did you do before adulting that you really enjoyed? Because, you become an adult and then all of a sudden it's just like, I got to work, I got to pay these bills. Like, are you having fun? Go back to those things that you did. Find that hobby that you really enjoyed. Pick that back up and enjoy life. Number 6, improve your eating, self-care, exercise. Everyone on this planet should exercise. Exercising is like so therapeutic. And there's so many different ways of exercising. Of course, you can lift weights, you can run, you can do yoga, Pilates. There's so many different options, but we should all have some type of exercise in our routine. We should all practice self-care. Do you need a massage? Get your feet done, something. Take some time to yourself. You need to go on a silent retreat, something like that. And then we go into chapter 2, the outside, dealing with other people. Number 1, let go of what you were taught and explore. Of course, we're domesticated just like animals are trained. We're trained, when we start to grow up. You have to wear clothes. You have to talk like this. When you're here, you have to act this certain way. You got to dress a certain way. You're a man, so you should have, a family by 30 and this and that. We're told so many things. And, those are not real rules. A lot of those things are not real rules. And those aren't things that we should be doing. I grew up in the church, so I have to stay in the church. I have to stay with this religion, even though I don't agree. Everything like that. So stop living by what you were told. Let go, and start to explore, because you might find something else that you really like and that you identify with. And with us doing all of those things that we were told as we were growing up, we're creating our own suffering. Number 2, stop creating your own suffering. A part of exploring, it ties in. Explore, stop worrying yourself. If a situation happens, some people, they start to get worried and all nervous, and it's just like, is worrying gonna fix the situation? Is complaining gonna fix the situation? Is thinking that somebody might say something going to fix the situation or make it worse. We're creating our own suffering by creating situations a lot of times that haven't even happened or that aren't even important. Number 3, be honest. Tell people how you feel. Of course, you don't have to be rude, but tell them how you feel. Don't string people along. If you're not interested, you don't want to date them, just tell them, hey, I don't think this is gonna work. If they're upset, let them be upset. That's not your problem. You don't have to deal with that. Just let them be upset. They'll get over it eventually. And then a lot of times, if they aren't upset and they get it, they don't take it personal, great. You never know. But you're only responsible for what comes out of your mouth and your actions, not for how they accept that. Number 4, stop waiting on people to support you. Stop waiting on friends to support you. Stop waiting on family to support you. You have to be your number one cheerleader. You have to be the one that's to always support yourself first. Because if you're depending on all of your friends and followers and family to support on you, you're going to be upset because sometimes those people don't care. They don't care about what you're doing. Even though they say they do and they love you, this, that, and the third, sometimes they just don't care. And you have to be your own cheerleader and you have to promote your stuff and you have to be the one to care the most. And best believe somebody is supporting you from behind the curtain that you don't know. But you have to be your number one cheerleader. Number 5, stop. Stop responding to everything. Stop defending yourself. Stop trying to convince people to like you. Because guess what? The reason does not change the outcome. If people don't like you, they're just not going to like you. If that rumor or that person that doesn't like you is not in your way to that promotion or that job or something, if they're not really stopping anything, why are we worried about it? Why are we complaining about people that don't really matter to us, that aren't really helping us in any way? And also with that, every disagreement is not a battle to be won. Sometimes you have to agree to disagree. If I engage in this argument with this person, is this going to win me anything? Is this going to help me anywhere? What is this going to do for me? What? So the next part is really for social media. Mute, block, unfollow. Let me tell y'all, this last year has been so freeing because people really, for whatever reason, people really get upset when you unfollow them. You unfollow me. I accidentally unfollowed somebody on Twitter. And I guess they had, they have these apps where you can go see, people that unfollow you. You can go see people that you follow that don't follow you back, all this stuff. So I guess this person seen this and they were like, you unfollow me and da da da. And I was like, huh? I was actually just like, cause I was just like, what? I don't remember unfollowing you, whatever. And it was just crazy. So I did end up later unfollowing them because I got tired of looking at them. And then I don't need to follow you on all platforms. Some people, they post the same thing on all platforms. And I don't want to look at your late fashions on all platforms. I'll deal with it on Twitter, but I don't want to see it on Facebook, or I don't want to see it on Twitter. I don't want to see it on Twitter. I don't want to see it on Instagram. I'll watch it on Facebook. So yeah, let's mute, unfollow. And then it's like I get tired. I get so frustrated and tired of seeing certain things all the time. All the time. People, every Wednesday you got to post your behind, your ass. Every Wednesday. It's like, okay, if I want to see like nudes and stuff like that, I'll go to a porn site or I'll go to Freak Twitter or something. I personally don't want to see that all the time. I personally don't want to see selfies all the time. Usually when people follow me, before I follow them back, I go and check their page out to see if it's just full of a bunch of selfies. I don't want to see selfies. Like I like art. So like give me a really cute picture somewhere. Give me some scenery. Like give me something to look at. Give me something make me feel something. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's a cute picture. I get tired of seeing the same thing. So when I'm following somebody on a platform, they're seeing the same thing, I'll unfollow them or I'll mute them or something. You're following somebody that's so problematic on Facebook, that's always complaining or always posting things to start trouble or start arguments, or just people that talk about sex all the time. It's like, you ain't got nothing else going on. If you're tired of seeing it, unfollow them. The good thing is, for those of you who don't want people hitting them up like, oh my god, you don't follow me no more, they have a mute button on Instagram where you can hit mute, where you'll still be following them, but you won't see them on your timeline anymore until you go to their page and you unmute them. They have an unfollow button on Facebook where you'll still be friends with them, but you just won't see them on your timeline anymore. Twitter, they have a mute button also. So it's like there's so many ways. Like, if you're tired of something, don't feel like you are locked into a contract with them and you have to keep seeing them. Unfollow them or mute them. And if they say, hey, you unfollow me, yeah, I did. I got tired of looking at you. Or yeah, I did unfollow you. I don't know why people get so upset about that. It's social media. It's not even real life. And and if people are bothering, people will be harassing you and block them. It's okay to block people. I personally don't like to block people because that they know that they're blocked, and sometimes that gives people a thing. Like, I've seen so many people be happy when a celebrity blocks them, and they'll screenshot it and keep it and repost it later. Oh, such and such blocked me. I think this shit is weird. But me being petty me, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna mute you because you're not even gonna know you're muted. You're not even gonna know. So they're not gonna give you that power or to think you have that power to do. But definitely, if you are tired of looking at it, you're tired of these certain people with these negative attitudes, because people on social media, especially Facebook, I think it is, and Twitter, because it's more words a lot of times, some people are so negative all the time. So negative and so problematic all the time. And I get tired of seeing it. So, boop, block, unfollow, mute. It's out. Tired of seeing it. And also with this is unplug. Unplug. Get off of social media. Take a break. Again, we get so many energies from people. I believe in energies, and I believe that, you're around certain people, you start to feed off their energy. And if they have a negative energy or lazy energy or whatever the energy is, you start to feed off of it. And it starts to affect you. And I think, and people are more affected now because of social media. We get so much energies and so much information all the time. You're just scrolling, and it's words and pictures and ads and words and pictures and ads and words and videos. And it's so much now that we start to we start to get all that stuff inside of us. And sometimes you just gotta take a break. Sometimes you just gotta take a break, and even when you block and mute and all the people that you're tired of seeing, sometimes it's just a lot of information regardless, and you just gotta take a break. And I bet you, when you take your break from social media, you're gonna be like, wow. When you're gonna be kind of bored, because when I have taken a break, I'm just like, what do I do with my phone now? Like, I don't like talking on the phone, so what do I do with my phone? You are kind of bored, but this gives you the opportunity to read. We talked about reading. Excuse me. We talked about reading in chapter 1. Read. Pick up that hobby. Study for something. This is a prime opportunity, and I feel like social media consumes our life so much. And even now, I'm like, I have nothing to do, so I'm gonna go scroll. I'll scroll through Facebook. All right, I'm gonna scroll through Instagram. All right, I'm gonna scroll through Twitter. Twitter is hilarious. I love Twitter. All right, now what am I do? Oh, I'm gonna go to these dating apps and see what's going on. A lot of times I'm on these dating apps just because I'm bored. Like there's nothing else to do. I've read the book. I need to start another book. But once when I get into a book that I really like, or I have another hobby that I pick up, I don't even care about my phone. I've literally left the house without my phone before. Or I'm sorry, I got about to leave the house because I listen to music. So I'm like, where's my phone? Oh, it's in my room. I've left my phone places, and shoot, when I go down to the kitchen or something, sometimes I leave my phone in the room because we are literally attached to our phones, and we're literally attached to our phones because of social media. Because nobody's texting you that much, nobody's calling you that much. We're on social media, and we need to learn how to take a break from all those energies and kind of recenter yourself. I think you should take a break at least every month, maybe like a couple days. We do use our phones for like social media and music and stuff. I get it. But there is a way to you can actually like delete your account or whatever on Facebook and Instagram, and then log back in, and everything will pop back up. Take a break, get away from all these energies. And this is the same thing if you're, at work. People that work all the time and don't take vacations. I don't see how you do it, because I gotta take a couple vacations, all the time, throughout the year. You got to get out of that place. Especially if you're working at a place like a call center or somewhere where there's a lot of people and a lot of energy. You got to take a break, unplug your phone. If you got a bae or you got friends you're gonna be with, unplug your phone. Like take a break. Leave that phone alone. Get away from those people. Get away from all those energies, because those really feed into us. And if people are always being so negative, you're gonna notice you're gonna have those negative thoughts. You're gonna have those negative feelings, and that's not what you want to do. That's not how you want to feel. You really have to take a break. I urge everybody. I kind of do it every year. I think during uh the what is it, repast? What's the Jewish thing? I can't think of it right now. I do it every year. I try to do it for a month or something like that. But I definitely don't mind. And the stuff that I'm working on now, man, I gotta take a break. You gotta get out there. You'll see how much more productive you are when you are not on your phone. When I'm in the gym and I have a really really good workout going, I ain't. Only time I'm grabbing my phone is if I'm changing a song or something. That's it. I'm not really looking at social media. I don't post my gym pics and stuff. I don't do all that stuff. So I'm just really on there for my phone. Everybody, I urge you to take a break, man. I urge you to take a break. And guys, that is pretty much it. That's it. My 12 ways of finding happiness and peace, my road to enlightenment. This has been something, again, I was very passionate about because I've had a very crazy 5 years. A lot has gone on 5 or 6 years, and I've finally gotten to the point where I'm like, man, I'm ready to date again. I'm ready to like work on these projects. I'm ready to do something else, and I'm kind of gotten back to where I was mentally, and I'm ready to push myself physically, like in the gym, and these hobbies I've picked up. I'm ready to kind of turn them into money and just be happy and do what I want and be, at peace. That's all it's about. It's at peace. At peace. And I just don't see the reason. I tell you, I cut people off so much. And if people start being real crazy, real negative, real annoying, I cut you off. Cut them off. Tell them they're being annoying, I can cut them off. Or take a break from them. I do it, and I don't care. I don't regret it. And if they feel a way about it, just gonna feel a way about it. And and I'm gonna keep it moving. They can come back around or not. I do not care, man. And I just want to get you guys feedback. I am gonna post this to YouTube eventually, but let me get your feedback. Give me some questions if you have any questions about that, about any of these steps I talked about. Definitely, DM me on one of the social media platforms. You guys can also donate to my podcast through the Anchor app. It's greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out my YouTube. All my social media is eugenesmilez with a Z. And guys, I want you to be happy. I want you to find peace. I want you to be enlightened. And these are the ways you can do it. I will talk to you next time.